The Dhammapada Atthakatha, the ancient commentary on the Dhammapada, is one of the most vivid illustrations of the Buddha's teaching on karma, the moral law of cause and effect. It shows how every being is the heir of their own deeds. The results arise not through anyone's anger or will, but through the truth of nature itself. Below is the detailed retelling and explanation of the story. The story: the king's concubine and the jealous queen during the time of the Buddha. There was a great king ruling over a prosperous land. Among his royal household were many women, but one concubine stood out above the rest. She was radiant, kind, and gentle, and the king loved her dearly. The chief queen, however, was filled with jealousy and hatred toward her. Though the concubine was innocent and respectful, the queen could not bear the king's affection toward her rival. One day, seized by envy, the queen ordered the concubine to be burned alive. When the monks later told the Buddha of this tragic event, the Blessed One explained that this terrible suffering did not come without cause. The concubine's fate was the ripening of her own past karma, performed many lifetimes ago. Her past life burning of an arahant monk long ago. In the distant past, during the time of a previous Buddha, this same woman had been born in a wealthy household. Once an arahant monk came to her home on alms round. Instead of feeling devotion, she reacted with arrogance and anger, believing him to be a false ascetic. In her delusion, she ordered her servants to set fire to him, burning his body alive. The arahant, however, was already free from all hatred, desire, and ignorance. Though he harbored no revenge, the woman's own cruel action became a seed of suffering, bound to her stream of consciousness. That karmic energy would remain until the time was right for it to ripen. The ripening of karma many lifetimes passed, through other good deeds, adored and privileged, but the karma from that ancient act of cruelty had not disappeared. When the jealous queen set her on fire, that old karma bore fruit. Her death by burning was not punishment from the queen, nor from gods, nor from the Buddha, but the inevitable consequence of her own past deed. The Buddha explained to the monks, "Monks, this was not without cause. In a past life she burned an arahant alive, and now, as her old karma ripened, she was burned by another in this life." Then the Buddha recited this verse: "Not in the sky, nor in the midst of the sea, nor by entering into mountain clefts. Nowhere in the world can one escape the result of one's own deeds." Dhammapada, verse 127. The Buddha's teaching. This story reveals the law of moral causation as understood in Buddhism. The Buddha did not speak of karma as punishment or reward, but as a natural law, as precise and impartial as gravity. 1. Karma is inevitable once the conditions ripen. Good deeds bring pleasant results. Harmful deeds bring painful results. No one, not kings, queens, or even divine beings, can avoid the natural law of cause and effect. 2. An arahant harbors no revenge. The enlightened one is free from anger. When wronged, an arahant's mind remains calm, compassionate, and pure. The results of the wrongdoer's actions come not from the arahant's will, but from the force of their own karma. 3. Jealousy and hatred destroy peace. The queen who caused the concubine's death created new karmic seeds of suffering for herself, born of hatred and envy. 4. Understanding karma leads to compassion, seeing that each being is shaped by their own past deeds. A wise person does not respond with anger or blame, but with mindfulness and kindness, wishing that all beings learn through their experiences and find release from suffering. The moral reflection. The Buddha concluded this teaching with a reminder to his disciples. Beings are owners of their deeds, heirs of their deeds, born of their deeds, related to their deeds, and abide supported by their deeds. Whatever deeds they do, in good or evil, of those they shall be the heirs. Dhammapada Atthakatha. And another verse often connected to this story says, "Evil is done by oneself. By oneself is one defiled. Evil is left undone by oneself. By oneself is one purified." Purity and impurity depend on oneself. No one can purify another. Dhammapada, verse 165. The inner meaning. This story teaches that every being receives the fruit of their own intentional actions. Karma is not a punishment. It is a teacher, showing us the results of our mind's intentions. Even lifetimes later, when the outer circumstances change, the inner cause still finds its way to fruition. True freedom comes only by purifying the mind, eradicating greed, hatred, and delusion, just as the arahant did.